Ladies and gentlemen, greetings once again. My name is Mr. Sizwe Gina, and I'm here for history. And as I promised in our first session, that's every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have a History Wednesday where we are discussing about grade 12 history topics. And remember, last week, Wednesday, we started section B of question 1, which is an essay writing question. And we started with question 4, which is the Vietnam War essay. All right. Now let's go to it. All right. We'll start our lesson by doing a recap of what we did last week, Wednesday. When we started our lesson last week, we started by giving you 3 types of essay questions for history. 3 types of essay questions. And these are 3 types of essay questions that we gave you last week. The first one is, do you agree? The second one is, to what extent? The third one is critically discuss. Remember, we said our history essays are in accumulative essay, meaning you will be given a statement. And in that particular statement, what you have to do is to take a side, whether you agree with the statement or you disagree with the statement. Either you are on a right side with the statement or you are not in a right side with the statement. Are we clear, class? Now, they will give you a statement and then they will ask you a question. Do you agree with the statement? Yours is to be on the other side where we say one would agree with the statement or one would disagree with the statement. And then on to what extent? They will give you a statement of something that happened. And when they say to what extent, they are basically asking you about the magnitude of the thing that happened. When they say to what extent, remember that I said they will give you a statement of something that happened, right? Then they will ask you, to what extent did that thing happen? Did it happen to a greater extent or to a lesser extent? You have to take a side. Either you said that thing happened to a greater extent, as in yenzakala kaningi, or it happened to a lesser extent. And then you were given a critically discuss. Now, critically discuss, we said they will give you a statement that we need to critically discuss. What are you critically discussing? That's the statement that they give you. Is it correct or not correct? So in history, you take a side. Either you on the right side or you are on the other side, which is saying the statement is not true. Are we clear, Bandabam? Then we gave you 3 steps of writing an introduction of an history essay to say you take a stance or a position, where we said here in an introduction, it is whereby you take a side. Either you agree with a statement or you disagree with a statement. That is step number 1 in the introduction. Then give us a reason for the stance, why you are saying you agree with the statement. You can't just say you agree for no reason. There must be a particular reason why you are saying you agree with the statement, or you are saying you in disagreement with the statement. Then give us direction. Here in the direction, I said it is whereby you are mentioning topics that you will talk about in, or that you will talk about in your essay, right? Then we went on the Peel method, where we said each and every paragraph content must follow a Peel method. Peel method. Okay, then we also touch on an essay structure. We say essay structure is basically numbering your paragraph. So say the first paragraph will be in introduction. Okay, there is an essay structure. Introduction is paragraph number 1. Paragraph number 2, background. Paragraph number 3, strategic hamlets or safe village. The names or the sub in an essay structure, it is whereby you are giving the numbering of your sub topics that you will write about in your essay, right? Now we went on to talk about the Vietnam War essay, where we mentioned that there was France, and then there was what? And then there was Japan that colonized the Vietnam, and Vietnam fought itself to defeat France and Japan in their colony, and then they were assisted by what? They were assisted by China. They were assisted by China and Russia. So meaning if Vietnam or not Vietnam was linking up with Russia and China to fight off France and Japan. Are we clear, Bantabam? That is how Russia and China got involved in North Vietnam or in Vietnam. Now, we said that since now China and Russia say they involved in North Vietnam. Remember, we said this is an extension of Cold War. The USA is pushing agenda strategy or sorry, capitalism. The ideology China, Russia now is pushing in the ideology which is called communism, right? Now already Russia is involved in Vietnam, meaning Russia is influencing Vietnam to be communist or to support communism. And the USA saw that as a threat to say we must also intervene in Vietnam to make sure that we influence the Vietnam to support capitalism. So basically, class, in Vietnam War, it was only about capitalism and communism. Capitalism of the USA and communism of Russia. And then when the USA intervened, it had different strategies that they used to stop communism. Remember, the USA got involved in Vietnam to stop what? To stop communism. Not just because it want in capitalism. Russia got involved first in Vietnam War. So yaqala Russia yenza njani? Spread communism. USA izongena or izoba involved where in Vietnam to prevent or to stop the spread of communism by Russia. Now in doing that, they did what? They came up with different strategies to do what? To stop the communism in Russia. And I told you that all the strategies that were used by the USA failed to stop communism in Vietnam. The USA yaba involved in communism, and all their strategies became a failure. Are we clear, Bandabam? Now we looked at our first strategy last week, which is safe village system. And a safe village system, Mandabami, I said, a safe village system. I said this is Vietnam, which was divided into two: North Vietnam and South Vietnam. North Vietnam was supporting communism, right? South Vietnam was supporting capitalism. Meaning, Russia was supporting what? Russia was supporting North Vietnam, and the USA was supporting South Vietnamese. And in South Vietnam, there was a corrupt government. There was a corrupt government. And in South Vietnam, was a developer a group, rebels, a rebel group, Viet Cong, to say we are tired of this corrupt government now. We are tired of this capitalist, corrupt government. Lema Viet Cong, rebels of fighter in the corrupt government. America is assist a corrupt government to defend itself against the Viet Cong. Such here we say village system. Let's say these are people in the South Vietnamese. I will just put them in numbering 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are people of South Vietnamese. And then they saw with him, these people now, rebels. Let's say one is the Viet Cong, two is the Viet Cong. Now, as one no two one no three Viet Cong. Now, in USA, advised that the South Vietnamese government to say, create the villages that will be protected. Nankalama villages, Lawa. Take all these people that are innocent here, put them here, so that you isolate them from 2 and 3 who are Viet Cong. The issue was that these people were like twins. They were looking alike. Hence, when the government of South Vietnam was taking the normal peasant to safe villages that were protected, they even took in the Viet Cong because they were not able to identify them as they looked alike. Hence, the strategy became a failure. Now, as we move to a second strategy. This is a recap of our last week. All right, Bandabam. Somebody say we're seeing strategy. But before we go there, remember we said each and every paragraph must follow a pill method. A point. Now, in our case, a point is what? Is the name of a strategy. Point is the name of the strategy. But you will understand when we do an example. Then we have evidence, explanation, and line of argument. And we said when we start the paragraphs, you must use these words. Furthermore, in addition, moreover, or to add. We discussed that last week, Bantabam. Now, let's go now to these slides. We said that in this essay, we are using an NPR approach. NPR approach in the paragraph. Remember that your teachers have already given you what? The content. We also give you the content, but we give you a content while we are teaching you how to attack this essay in a paragraph format. Now, when you are approaching this essay, you use an NPR approach. NPR stands for what? N is for name of the strategy that failed. P is for what? Is for the purpose of the strategy. Why USA deployed the strategy. And R is for the reason of why the strategy failed. Are we clear, Bantabam? Now, each content must follow a pill method. Paragraph of each strategy must follow the NPR. The NPR approaches. What do we mean? We are saying the upper part of your paragraph. What's in one paragraph? You must have an NPR. The upper part of your paragraph must have the name of the failed strategy and as well as the purpose. Once you are done with the name and the purpose, and the lower part, which is the last part of your paragraph, must include the reason why the strategy failed. This is the same paragraph. And then I decided to formulate a formula for this essay. We are teaching history in mathematics way. We said Vietnam War essay paragraph is equal to the name and the purpose of the strategy over the reason for its failure. This is one paragraph. The upper part must have the name and the purpose, and the lower part must have the reason why is the strategy failed. Let's go to these strategies here now. Now, remember I said the USA sent advisors. That advice in South government, is South Vietnam government to isolate the peasants from the communists, from the Viet Cong, which was spreading in communism in Vietnam. And the strategy, we said it became a failure. Remember, the USA for them to get involved in Vietnam was to stop communism in Vietnam. Now they realized, no. In order for us to fully stop, in our last week session, we gave you a name. USA ends in stopping in communism. We said, what is the name of the police? Okay, thank you. The name of the police is Policy of Containment. Policy of Containment. They wanted to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Are we clear, Bandabam? Now, USA realized, in order for them to stop in communism completely, they need to be fully involved. Nancy Vietnam. Vietnam is in Asia. It is in Asia. Then here is in USA here. Obviously, Africa and Europe and so forth and so forth. USA is North America. How can USA just go to Asia and interfere on the war of Asia? There was no reason for USA to intervene with war in Asia. Now, USA Bantabami wanted to have something they will use against Vietnam to say we are now involving fully ourselves to get now Vietnam. They are based in North America. We continent here. When they are Asia, where there is in Vietnam. Now USA so let's have something we will use. As a result, there was the Gulf of Tonkin. Gulf of Tonkin, Bantabam, was not a strategy of the USA, but it was an excuse of the USA. The USA, what did they do? They took their ship. Bayoibegam endaweni solwandle bizwa ngani ngeGulf of Tonkin. That place of Gulf of Tonkin is in an ocean, but it is just next to Vietnam. Bathatha umkhumbi wabo bazowubeka in the Gulf of Tonkin. Le ndawo le yase ocean that is next to Vietnam. Obviously, they were doing what? They were provoking Vietnam. Obviously, Vietnam was provoked indeed. As Vietnam was provoked, Bantabam, as Vietnam was provoked, they attacked this American ship and destroyed it. USA took a ship to the Gulf of Tonkin, which is just next to Vietnam, to provoke it. Vietnam fell into a trap of USA. They attacked an American ship. Since they attacked it, they then, America, used that incident of attacking their ship to say, if Vietnam has attacked our ship, now we have a right to say we are now involving ourselves in Vietnam for the revenge of our ship. Are we clear, Bantabam? Ngitimina, USA wanted an excuse, hence yaba trap by placing their ship at Gulf of Tonkin next to Vietnam, and Vietnam indeed destroyed the USA ship. And as they destroyed it, in USA, that is where they found an excuse to say we are now involving ourselves against the Vietnam because they have attacked our ship. We want to seek a revenge for our ship. Are we clear, Mandabam? That was this strategy. This was an excuse. Get Gulf of Tonkin. What was the name? It was the Gulf of Tonkin incidents. The incident that I just demonstrated here, it was made by USA with a purpose. We said the purpose was to increase USA involvement in Vietnam War to stop the communism. Fully involved. Indeed, they fall into trap, but they destroyed in an American ship, and USA, they then involved itself fully against the Vietnam to stop the communism. The American port was attacked by the North Vietnamese, what I just demonstrated here. This incident made the United States of America to took a resolution. That resolution was called the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. Why they call it the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution? Because in the Gulf of Tonkin, hence they took a resolution, isivumelwano, phecelezi agreement to say we are now fully involving ourselves. And that led to United States of America signing a policy of escalation. The policy of escalation, it was that process of sending 500,000 soldiers in North Vietnam to bomb the North Vietnam. Remember, the North Vietnamese has attacked the American ship. The Americans now, they want to take a revenge. How did they do? They took a resolution. They took a resolution which is called the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution and the policy of escalation of sending 500,000. About 500,000 soldiers were sent to North Vietnamese to attack the North Vietnamese. But I said all or everything that was done by USA was a failure in Vietnam. All what was done by USA was a failure. Why it was a failure? Here is the reason. The reasons are that the soldiers that were sent by USA, they were young. They were very young. Hence, they were inexperienced and they were fearful. They were just young boys who never got a proper training of a war. Hence, they went into a war without a proper training and they were young. Hence, they were young, inexperienced, and fearful. How can you just take someone who's very young, never trained, to go to a war with another country? You are setting them into a failure. Now, these young, inexperienced soldiers of USA, they were not familiar with geographical landscape. In North Vietnam was full of jungles. Obvious, the North Vietnamese, they know their place. They had an advantage. Now, America, they were unable to cope with the geographical land, which was the jungles, and the weather condition affected these young soldiers. The extreme weather condition of Vietnam made the young, inexperienced soldiers of USA not be able to operate. As a result, they were not able to defeat the North Vietnamese during the Vietnam War. The unconventional strategies. Now, must you see the unconventional strategies? Those were unusual strategies that were used by the Vietnamese and the Viet Cong. By doing what? The implementation of booby traps. Booby traps. Lama bomb lawam awalvele aplantwe out of nowhere. when the USA soldiers were just going around the jungles, then boom, a bomb. Obvious, it was instilling what? Fear to USA soldiers. That is why this incident became a failure. Are we clear, Bantabam? Now, remember I said, in our paragraph, let's formulate a paragraph. We said NP over R. The first part is what? Is the name and the purpose. Now, so you are shocked. Let's just formulate it. A paragraph. Listen to me now, Bandabam. Listen to me very carefully. The United States of America used the Gulf of Tonkin incident, now name, used the Gulf of Tonkin incident towards a purpose now, to increase its involvement in the Vietnam War to stop communism. After the American boat was attacked by the North Vietnamese in the Gulf of Tonkin, the president of USA and the government of USA took a Gulf of Tonkin resolution which implemented the policy of escalation. The policy of escalation was to send about 500,000 soldiers to war to bomb Vietnam. However, this was not successful. Or this became a failure. Why? This became a failure because USA sent young, inexperienced, and fearful soldiers. Not the soldiers that were unfamiliar with the environment. This is how you formulate a paragraph of the Gulf of Tonkin. I've made an example for you. I said the paragraph must start with these words. Remember these words: to add, or in addition, or furthermore, or moreover. You can say here, in addition, comma, the USA used the Gulf of Tonkin, exactly what I was saying there. And then at last, reasons for failure highlights in red. You do what? You go with the line of argument. Take something you mention in, and that's a part of the reasons for failure, and bring it back to the statement. For the fact that the inexperienced soldiers of USA ended up fighting in fear against the North Vietnamese. Let me say what's inexperienced. I mentioned that the soldiers were inexperienced. Are we clear, Bandabam? The soldiers were in fear. I did mention that. However, this is very important, Bandabam. How think of reasons. After the reasons, have this statement. You start by saying for the fact that, or you start by saying by having. Besukuluma ngento a failure that you mention in your paragraph. You're not mentioning it word by word. Now you paraphrase it. For the fact that the inexperienced soldiers of USA ended up fighting in fear against the North Vietnamese shows that the United States of American strategies were failing to stop Vietnam to become a communist state. Here's the paragraph. Based on this, the upper part from here is the name and the reasons. Then the lower part is an R. After an R, a line of argument. Remember, your essay without this sentence is meaningless because it's an argumentative essay. You are arguing with this. Your essay with this remains or becomes what? Meaningless if you do not include this. Also, Bantabami, do not say, Mosufigalam. The evidence in this paragraph proves that USA strategies without having to mention something that's happened here. Don't say also this is evidence that USA strategies were failing. No, highlight what you said in your paragraph. For the fact that the USA soldiers were unable to cope with the weather condition of North Vietnamese shows that shows. Let's move to the next strategy. The next strategy is called Operation Rolling Thunder. that was used by USA. Now, remember I said, they had an excuse, of sending the American soldiers to fight against the Vietnam, but they failed because they were unable to cope with the lead, since Vietnamese was a jungle. Now, they chose to use this strategy, which was called Operation Rolling Thunder. What was the purpose of this? It was to end North Vietnamese support for the Viet Cong while destroying port bases and supply lines using the airlift to bomb the North Vietnam. They have sent the soldiers with Kafam San King to North Vietnam, but they failed to operate in North Vietnam because North Vietnam was a jungle. Now to say no, let's now use the airlift to do what? To drop the bombs that will destroy the North Vietnamese, because we can't operate in the ground since North Vietnam is full of jungles. They wanted to attack North Vietnam without committing American troops war on the ground because they are failing to operate on the jungles. Hence, they used the airlift to drop the bombs. North America everywhere. As a destroyer was the North Vietnamese. That was the purpose of the strategy. I said to you, all the USA strategies failed, as well as this strategy. It became a failure. Here are the reasons why the strategy failed, Bantabam. The strategy failed because the bombs fell often on empty jungles. Amabomb ayengakwazi ukudestroya kahle North Vietnamese, ayegcina ngokudestroya only ama-jungles because North Vietnam was full of jungles. The Viet Cong in North Vietnam used underground bases, tunnels to shelter themselves. Since in North Vietnam was jungles, there is a ground, which is the surface. But the North Vietnamese, those people, Bantabami, were not like ordinary humans. They were living under the ground. Babehlala ngaphansi, begubhe ngaphansi, benezindlu zabo under the ground. Hence, these bombs, when they reached the surface, they were not able to do what? To kill the Viet Cong or the North Vietnamese, because the North Vietnamese were living underground. We're not just living on top of the surface just like us. They were living underground. Hence, this bombing failed to kill the North Vietnamese. They also reused the unexploded American bombs against the US soldiers. These bombs, some of them, they were not exploding when they reached the surface. Then the North Vietnamese, they reuse it against the USA. Also, those cities that were destroyed by these airlift bombing. Yes, some of the, many, not some, many of the cities were destroyed. However, within a short period of time, Russia and China assisted the North Vietnam to recover or to rebuild these damaged cities. Kwafana noguti, they were just playing whatever they were doing. That is why the strategy failed. Let's develop a paragraph. We said we said the name of the strategy is an NP over R. NP over R, okay? Let me just not waste time because I did create an example for you for this essay. Okay, now let me teach this content using this picture. Let's go back. Here's the name of the strategy, the purpose to use airlift to bomb North Vietnam. However, they failed because Vietnam was full of the jungles, and the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese use underground tunnels to shelter themselves. Let me teach you this. That's like using this picture. This is what was happening in the Operation Rolling Thunder. You can see the United States of America, they were using airlift to drop the bombs. And these bombs were called saturated bombing, meaning they were dropped everywhere. Saturated bombing. These bombs, they used it because in the ground, they were not able to operate since Vietnam was a jungle. They just decided to implement this strategy to drop saturated bombing, to drop it everywhere in North Vietnam. Just imagine in South Africa if there will be flights moving around and dropping bombs everywhere. Now, in North Vietnam, that what was happening. You can see in this picture. However, we said the North Vietnamese was full of jungles. So even this saturated bombing were just falling where? We're just falling where? On the trees, on the jungles. Also, those bombs that were able to reach the ground, they didn't kill the North Vietnamese. They didn't kill the North Vietnamese or the Viet Cong. Why they didn't kill them? Because they were operating in the underground tunnels. They were operating in the underground tunnels. Kusho ukuthi these saturated bombs became a joke. Singasho na kanjalo. Ayikho into eyayenza because ayevele eshayed skills. It hit the surface, but it did not destroy the people since they were operating under the ground. And these tunnels, Bantabam, in their openings, entrance, they were very tiny, meaning only Vietnamese people were able to enter, since in terms of body weight, they were very tiny, just like me. So, the Americans were stacking when they tried to enter these tunnels. Only the North Vietnamese people was able to enter these tunnels. Are we clear, Bantabam? Yes, that's what I was saying. Now, I said, let's develop a paragraph. Remember, we said NP over R. The upper part must be what? The name and the reason. Here is the name. We said we start with in addition, or furthermore, or to add. Okay, let me not use this one. Moreover, comma. The USA launched another failed, because I said all of the strategies failed. Failed strategy in stopping Vietnam to become a communist country was called the Operation Rolling Thunder. How? Some told N. We find the value of N in history. Sahaba Batabam. The N was towards the N. We are going to P now. We are finding the value of P. The N was to end the North Vietnamese support for the Viet Cong by bombing Ho Chi Minh trains and to bomb the North Vietnamese military targets. This was the purpose of the A. Saitoni value of P. Let's find the value of R, why this became a failure. As the war intensified, the USA used saturated bombing, meaning bombs were dropped everywhere. The bombing caused large number of civilians death and the great damage in town and cities infrastructure. However, all this became a failure. This was ineffective. Why? Because Viet Cong were in underground tunnels covered by vegetation, which we called the jungles. So this strategy was a hit and miss. Also, Russia and China replaced these damaged cities and infrastructure within a short period of time. As a result, it became ineffective. Over a short period of time, the cities were being replaced. Are we clear, Bandabam? That's were destroyed during the bombing, rendering this strategy to be ineffective against a small country like Vietnam. I said, R, as we have found the value of R. Go with a line of argument. Your paragraph without a line of argument is meaningless. By having, you mention what we said here, R. By having North Vietnamese using underground tunnels to protect themselves against the bombing of USA is an evidence that tactics used by USA were a failure to stop communism in Vietnam. We are done with what? With this paragraph. NP over R approach. Are we clear, Batabam? Now, after USA, since it's failed, Sambenik. Okay, now let's talk about the Tet offensive. Bandabam, Tet offensive, it was a strategy that was not used by USA. It is important. Its Tet offensive, it was a strategy that was used by the Viet Cong. It was a strategy that was used by the Viet Cong. It was a Viet Cong strategy. Now, it is called a Tet offensive. Why it is called a Tet offensive? Because the strategy happened during Tet celebration or during Tet ceremony. Now, in Vietnam, they have something which is called a Tet. what in our South African context we called Happy New Year. First day of the year we said, or first day of the calendar we said Happy New Year. But in Vietnam they have a Tet ceremony. So there was an agreement. There was an agreement that was taken in Vietnam to say, let's just celebrate its heads in peace. Let there be no war in Vietnam. Just for once, allow citizens to enjoy the Tet ceremony or to celebrate its heads in peace without a war. Indeed, the agreement yabakhona. Now, with that agreement, in USA soldiers that were there in South Vietnam, together with the South Vietnamese government, they honored this agreement of saying there should be no war. There was what? An agreement to say, let's celebrate Tet in peace. Let there be what? No war in Vietnam. USA soldiers that were in South Vietnamese, and the South Vietnamese government honored the war. Are we clear, Bandabam? As they honored the war, the Viet Cong, because it was a group of people who were determined to fight for their own country, because they were fighting this corrupt government. They were very determined to hey, see, we can do anything for our country. They used that opportunity. The Viet Cong, they used that opportunity to plan a surprise attack. They planned what? A surprise attack. A surprise attack against what? Against American soldiers where in South Vietnam, and also against the South Vietnamese government, because these ones, they thought there will be no war. They were not even preparing themselves for a war. They didn't even carry guns, because there was an agreement. While these ones secretly planned a surprise attack, and indeed a surprise attack was launched against the South Vietnamese to attack the American held territories. More than 100 cities in town were attacked by Viet Cong with a surprise attack. They held even Saigon, which was a capital city of South Vietnam, where USA soldiers where in South Vietnam, they attacked it for 6 hours. Why they were successfully able to attack it for more than 5 hours to 6 hours? It was because they caught them in surprise. They were not ready. Why? They wanted to show the Americans that the Vietnamese were willing to die for the country. They were to show USA or American soldiers that they can do anything for their country. Are we clear, Bandabam? Let's look at the success of the strategy. The USA commitment to the war changed. For the fact that USA was attacked in their own place, psychologically or mentally, but to say these people are dangerous. If they can attack us in our own embassy, it's if umuntu umonile and that person attack you in your home, that person is very dangerous. USA was attacked in their own base in South Vietnam. So psychologically, they started to fear the Viet Cong. They were shaken by the attack, is what I was saying. It badly affected the American military morale. As they were shaken by this attack, their morale changed to decrease because they were now in fear of the Viet Cong. It made American public to think the war could not be won. Hence, it increased. Remember, this war was televised. This war was televised. There is a quote that says a war will not be televised by Fidel Castro. He was referring to this one to say Bonea will never be televised. So this war was televised. Imagine your child. Remember, we said USA took young, inexperienced soldiers. Just imagine you are in USA and your child was taken to the army since he was young. He went to the war. Now you are watching your child being killed on a live TV station of Vietnam since this war was televised. Hence, it started to make the American citizens to question the American government to say, no, 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 no. Our children are dying in Vietnam. Bring them back. Are we clear? It made the American public to think the war could not be won, which also made criticism against the American government for allowing the young experienced soldiers to go and be killed in North Vietnam. So, as a side of Viet Cong, their strategy was a success. Are we clear, Bandabam? Now, let's move here, Bandabam. Let's move now. A guerrilla war. A guerrilla war, it was also a strategy that was used by the Viet Cong, not now the USA. It was called a guerrilla war. They used a guerrilla war. Why they used the strategy? Basically, let's strategy. It's the strategy that came from Russia. In North Vietnamese or the Viet Cong, they were taught by Russia this strategy, which is called the guerrilla war. You will remember when the ANC and PAC was banned in South Africa, they went to different countries where they were taught a guerrilla warfare. Are we clear? So they were taught by the Russians. Also, Russia taught the Vietnamese as well as the Vietnam the guerrilla war. Why? They taught them to hide from the USA and attack without being detected. How did they make sure that they were successfully guerrilla war? They operated in small groups. We figure abantu abaningi ukuthi Vietnam. They made sure that USA could not see who was a Vietnam and who was not a Vietnam. Remember, I said the issue about Vietnamese people, they were looking alike. They were looking alike. They were some sort of like Befanam Nama twins. So now they were themselves as this organization or this group. They were not operating in small groups. They were just moving like 2, 3 groups, 2 groups. So now you can't see who is a Viet Cong and who is not a Viet Cong because they were not in small groups, or they were not in large groups. They were guerrillas at night. They were only fighting at night. But on the day, they were normal people. In USA soldiers, they were just passing next to them on the day because they were not fighting on the day. But Epsu, they were guerrillas. They started to fight. They carried few weapons. The weapons that cannot be detected. They used the underground tunnels. The one that I was saying, that they operated underground. Are we clear, Bandabam? They used ambushes and booby traps. They were using the unconventional strategies, meaning they were setting up armor bombs that could appear from nowhere. And that thing, it instilled fear from the Americans because they were just dying. Imagine an American soldier is walking and then all of a sudden there is a bomb. Booby traps is killing them. So they were using all those things to fight an American without being detected by their enemy, which was the USA soldiers. Let's look at a success here because we are talking about the Viet Cong strategy. The Americans could not identify the Viet Cong amongst the peasants. Why? Because they were looking alike. They were not operating in small groups. During the day, they were peasants, and at night, they were guerrillas. As a result, Americans failed to identify who was a Viet Cong and who was not a Viet Cong. Also, the tunnels were small, which made it difficult for the much bigger American soldiers to crawl on them. I told you that I gave you this picture, Bandabam. Ukuthi strategy sasetshenziswa iViet Cong. Tunnels, they were very tiny. These tunnels, they were very tiny. The American soldiers is failing to crawl on the tunnels. So basically they were doing what? An attack and hide. They will attack them, then hide on the tunnels. When the Americans try to go to the tunnels, they will fail because of the body size, and the tunnels were very tiny. That was an approach or a strategy that was used by Viet Cong across these all strategies of the USA to overcome them. Now, USA, Remember, i-USA sigcine kwini kwi-Operation Rolling Thunder, whereby they used the bombing. The bombing, they failed. Why? Because if Vietnam was full of jungles, they employed another strategy, which is called Operation Rolling Thunder. The name of the strategy was called Operation Rolling Thunder. So when you are going with an essay, one of the failed, okay, we started to add. USA chose to start another failed strategy, which was called an Operation Rolling Thunder. Then we go with P. The purpose of this strategy was to do what? Oh, sorry. This was a campaign by USA to bomb the Ho Chi Minh Trails, which were what? Tunnels, the Ho Chi Minh Trails. They wanted to bomb the Ho Chi Minh Trails to stop the supply of the weapon from the north. So in doing that, they had to do what? They had to defoliate what? Plants. When we say defoliate, it's the killing of plants. USA also used chemicals, defoliant, to remove plants that covers in landscape North Vietnam, which was called Agent Orange, to destroy the vegetation that healed the supply routes. Also, the Americans also sprayed the chemicals, which was called Agent Blue. This Agent Blue, it was to do what? It was to destroy the crops. North Vietnamese to say, let's deal with their crops now, so that there will be starvation. They also used napalm. Napalm, they used it in both North and South Vietnam, which was a substance that burned through incense heats. Are we clear, Mandabam? Napalm was what? Napalm was a substance. Napalm was a substance that burns with an extensive heat. They used it, Kepinam, both in North and South Vietnam. In South Vietnam, they were ordinary citizens. As they were ordinary citizens, napalm, let's look at this strategy, why it failed. The USA decided to say, we are no longer releasing the bombs. We are now using chemicals. They started with the bombs, they failed. They now went on to use the chemicals. On that strategy was called Operation Red Hand, to use the chemicals. Agent Orange to destroy the forest or the jungles. Agent Blue to destroy the crops, to make starvation where in North Vietnam. Napalm was also a chemical that was used by North American, but all this chemical weapon became a failure. Why? This chemical caused various diseases such as cancer that made US government unpopular, because lento njengoba beyenza yenza ukuthi North Vietnam spread many diseases such as cancer, eyagcina affect even the people who were supporting them. Hence, they lost their own support because they introduced chemicals that brought the cancer. Agent Blue polluted the land, which remained infertile for years. Abantu sekune starvation. Starvation which is caused by US government. Now people were angry against US government. Even the people that supported them at first, they ended up being unpopular to them because they introduced starvation because of this chemical which caused a place to be infertile. Most of the victims were innocent people and children, not the Viet Cong that they wanted to make them suffer. The most people that suffered were innocent and children. Innocent people and children. Hence, let's say you are developing now what's a paragraph, NP over R. You must include a name, you must include a purpose, and then you must include the reasons why the strategy failed. And then you include the line of argument, as to say, furthermore, argument. Let me use the first one. Furthermore, for the fact that United States of America used chemicals which resulted into various diseases such as cancer, it made them to lose further support. Hence, the US strategy was a failure to stop communism in Vietnam. Are we clear, Bandabam? Kanjalo njengoba kade senza. Again, i-USA ayigcinanga lapho. Since the strategy failed, i-USA didn't want to give up, Bantabam. That's all I can say. They wanted to use now this strategy, which is called search and destroy policy. Now, this is the name of the police. Their purpose, remember again, on this one, they wanted to go to the ground to fight. What made USA to be angry? By this time, USA was very angry. Why? Because during the threats, they were ambushed. While they were not prepared. So they wanted to take a revenge. They employed a strategy which is called search and destroy. The purpose was to find the enemy and destroy them. Who was the enemy? The Viet Cong. Are we clear? But they failed. Why? How can you find someone that you don't know? Because they were looking alike. Now let's look at the reasons why it failed. It was hard to identify the enemy from the locals. They were not able to see who was the Viet Cong and who was not the Viet Cong. For American, Vietnamese look alike. That's what I was saying. Viet Cong was able to blend in with ordinary people. So they were just looking for someone. They said, okay, the name of the strategy now is called the search and destroy. Let's go find these people and kill them. Now, when we are trying to look for them, we see people that are looking alike. Obvious. Who we're going to kill? No one. Hence, the strategy became a hit and miss because in some instances, they killed often normal or innocent civilians instead of Viet Cong, since they were looking alike. Hence, instead of killing the Viet Cong, they killed civilians or innocent people. Hence, this strategy became a failure. Again, you use an NP over R. Once you are done with an R, also add the line of argument. In that same approach, Bantabam. I think USA another strategy which was called Milei Misaka. Now, in the Milei Misaka, United States of America wanted also to take a revenge for the Tet Offensive. That's where they were being ambushed, Remember in the Tet Offensive agreement, right? Now they wanted to take a revenge. As a result, the soldiers of USA were under pressure from their superiors to raise the body count. They were desperate to kill the Viet Cong. Hence, they got information that there are a number of Viet Congs. There are many Viet Congs who are in a village. The village was called Milei. That is why they say Milei Misaka. Indeed, the United States of America took their guns and went home to Milei village. To kill what? The Viet Cong. When they got them, they raped the women. They slaughtered their cattle in that village and they burned their houses. Since they did that, it became a failure. Why it became a failure? All the women they raped were not the Viet Cong. They slaughtered cattle of people who were not the Viet Cong. They burned houses of people that were not Viet Cong. The number of people that were killed, estimation was 400. And all those people, not all, but many of them were not the Viet Cong. Only 3 people out of 400 they killed in Milei village were the Viet Cong. Is that a success? Out of 400 people you are killing, you are only killing 3 people who are your enemy. We are calling it a success. No, it wasn't a success. It was a failure for the mere fact that the number of people they killed and they raped was not the Viet Cong, was normal or what? Innocent civilians. Shows that this strategy used by USA became a failure again. Are we clear, Bantabam? This strategy failed because they raped wrong people. Now, you used NP over R. Then, line of argument. Remember, I said, your essay without a line of argument is meaningless. Bantabam. Let's move. Now, remember, okay, there is a role that was played by media in the Vietnam War. I said to you, the Tet Offensive was televised. Tet Offensive was televised. Tet Offensive was televised. Now, in USA, All these things that they did here in this village, they took pictures. They sent it to their superiors in USA to say, hey, we've done the job. Not knowing that they've killed the wrong people. Now that thing or those horrible scenes that they did in Malay, raping wrong women, killing wrong people, it was displayed in media, which brought a shame against America. Publicized brutality of the war. In media played a role by publicizing the brutality of the war. This brought a shame to the American troops as it publicized the horrors of Malay massacre. All what they did in Malay village, killing wrong people, raping women, it was publicized in media. It tarnished the image of USA against the world. It tarnished the image of USA against the world. In America, kwaqala anti-war protest. Athini, bring back our own children. They can't suffer and be killed in the Vietnam War. Those forms of protest, they were in different various forms, and they were sometimes done in music. I'm a musician or I'm an artist. We're creating songs that are linked to the war to say stop the war, protest in marches. They created stickers that were read as like make love, not war. Now the Americans, they said stop the war, forced Americans to withdraw. The media itself, the power of media, it is important to use media correctly. The power of media, in this case of Vietnam War, media was used in an effective way because it made USA government to feel pressure to stop involving itself or involving themselves in the Vietnam War. Just because of the role of media and all the failures that they've been failing to do Vietnam and not Vietnam, it's finally made the USA to withdraw from the Vietnam War. President Nixon, before I forgot, this is a paragraph on its own. This is a paragraph on its own. Then you go to this paragraph, this last paragraph before conclusion. President Nixon tried to win the hearts and minds of Americans with the Vietnamese, which is policy of withdrawing all USA troops in Vietnam. A ceasefire was signed, which was called a police agreement, which was called a Paris Peace Accord. What is an accord? It is an agreement. Une-agreement eyathathwa. Ithathwa yini? I-USA, i-North Vietnam, i-South Vietnam, and the Viet Cong. They said they took a resolution which was called Paris Peace Accord to say we are stopping the war. However, after the agreement, the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong, they continued to attack the South Vietnamese, making the whole Vietnam, North and South Vietnam becoming all uniting against a communist state in 1975, of which the USA, they involved itself towards to stop the spread of communism, but they failed because in 1975, Vietnam was unified under a communist rule. Yaphenduka in a communist states. That is why we are saying United States of American strategies became a failure in Vietnam War. Now you go towards the conclusion. When you start a conclusion, you start with these words. Conclusively, in conclusion, or to conclude, these are words used to start the conclusion. Here's an example of our essay. In conclusion, or to conclude, the above have discussed that indeed the military tactics and strategies used by United against the Viet Cong during Vietnam War failed to stop Vietnam from becoming a communist state. Then give us an example why it's failed. Due to unconventional strategies of guerrilla warfare and the environmental factors on the battlefield Even though the Viet Cong had no proper weapon, but they were able to use the knowledge of the land to their advantage. We are done just like that with our essays of the Vietnam War. I suggest that in order for you to understand this, go to the video will be posted on on KZN Department of Education channel. Go watch the first parts, because here we were doing a continuation of our first parts. Are we clear, Mandabam? Then these are essay questions for you for your practice. We said we have a do you agree question. Read the statement. The tactics used, the tactic and strategies that the United States of America used between 1973 and 1976 against the Viet Cong during the Vietnam War were successful. Were they successful? No, which means a learner must not agree with the statement, must disagree. Hence you say one would disagree with a statement. Usubwela back to our steps. I'm going to clear, we'll take a stance. Let's go to this one. The tactics and the method used by Viet Cong. Be careful now. They were used by him. Our tactics and our method that were used by Viet Cong posed a great challenge against or to American soldiers during the Vietnam War. Did Viet Cong pose a great challenge? Yes. Meaning a learner can agree in this statement. One would agree with the statement that the tactic and method used by the Viet Cong posed a great challenge. Are we clear? Let's go to essay to what extent now. Let's go to the essay of to what extent, Bandabam. In the to what extent, we say explain to what extent the tactic by the Viet Cong was successful in making strategies of USA were successful in making USA strategies ineffective during the Vietnam War. You see here, they are just asking you to what magnitude, kangakanani. Yours is to hide this. Explain to what extent. Then start reading from this statement. The tactics used by Viet Cong were successful. Is this true or not? Yes, it is true, because the Viet Cong used successful strategies against USA. Now, if you are in agreement with the statement, you say to a greater extent. And if it happens, you are not agreeing with the statement, you say to a lesser extent. Are we clear, Mantabam? Now, here's the statement. The tactic used by Viet Cong were successful in making USA strategies ineffective. Yes, it's true. Meaning, if you have a statement, you use to a greater extent. Let's go to this one now. Explain to what extent. I said, once you see the statement, just when I'm hide this. Start from reading here. The tactics and strategies used by United States of America between this year were successful. Were they successful? No. Which means you are not agreeing with the statement. And if you are not agreeing with the statement, you use to a lesser extent. So a stance or a position you're going to take to a lesser extent. The tactics used by the tactics and strategies that the United States of America used against Viet Cong were successful. If you are in agreement with the statement, you use to a greater extent. After hiding this, then read the statement. After hiding this and read the statement, and if you are in disagreement with the statement, you use to a lesser extent. Are we clear, Matabam? That is how we approach these essays. For now, thank you so much. We will see you next time. Siyabonga, Bantabam.